Okay, today is June the 23rd, 2012, and I'm showing off my Commodore 128D and 1581 disk drive, 1351 mouse, and Magnavox 40 and 80 column monitor. One flaw with the monitor is that the power button does not work. So, it's on all the time. You will have to unplug the monitor to turn it off. The system overall is in pretty good condition. We're going to boot it up now. We're booting up in 80 column mode, as you see right there. And it's trying to hit the 1571 internal disk drive for auto boot. Got my disk out. And we're going to show off the Arkanoid game. That's a Commodore 64 game. So to do so, if you're familiar, you go to Go 64. I could have held down the Commodore key as well during boot up, but I'm choosing to type the Go 64 command. Once you do that, it says, "Are you sure?" Yes. And it just sits there, and what you have to do is you have to switch the monitor into 40 column mode by hitting that CVBS button, RGB button. So now we're over in 40 column mode. We see the Commodore 64 mode at play. I'm going to load up this Arkanoid game to show how well everything's working here on the system. I'll pop that in the disk drive. I'm going to type in the familiar command here. Load star, comma 8, comma 1. And hitting the drive there, and here we go, loading up. Loading pretty fast. I don't know if this system has any sort of Jiffy DOS or anything in it. This does seem faster than I recall. This thing sometimes loading up, but maybe my recollection is more based on a Commodore 64 with a 1541 drive. And you can hear the sound coming out of the internal speaker here for the game. I'm going to hit return. Let's see if that kicks it along. Maybe the fire button. There we go. So I'm going to choose my input device to play this game, which is going to be the CBM mouse right here. And we do that with the Commodore key. And it moves down here, and then I hit the fire button on the mouse to start the game. Alright. And here it goes. I don't have a lot of software along with this auction. We got this Arkanoid game, we got the mouse utilities. I do have the CP/M disk and a couple other disks that I haven't tested. But obviously this one's loading up quite well, so I presume the disk drive works. Haven't really tried writing anything with it, but I presume that works well. So anyway, we see that this game is working well, just as it did when I played it 20 years ago. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the system off at this time and just demonstrate one other activity here. We're going to go back over to the 80 column mode. I do not have a low density disk with any software on it to test out the 1581. However, I can hit this command, and this, according to the masking tape here, is device 11. And I think there's some dip switches in the back where you can adjust that. The internal one, of course, is device 8, and this is set for device 11 right now. So we're going to just try to hit it by doing load 11, or I'm sorry, load star, comma 11, comma 1. And when I hit enter on that, we're going to see this disk drive light up. No, we won't, because I have to reboot again and turn that disk drive on. Okay, we're going to do this properly now. Turn the disk drive on. We have the power supply there. Okay, we're going to do this again. And we're going to fire back up. Okay, get that disk drive. Boot up. Okay, we're going to try this again. Comma 11, comma 1. We're going to see this hit down here. I'm going to hit enter. And of course, so it hit the drive. Again, I don't have disk to test this out with or any software, but these 1581 drives are quite elusive. I remember really desiring one of these growing up. So that's the only level of testing I can do with that. This is a really good working system. I hope someone will enjoy it. Here's some of the software I have here. There's the CPM disk. Here's some sort of tutorial. On the back has some other software. Quantum Link, which I'm sure will do no one any good now, but that was the precursor to AOL. No modem included with this either. More CPM on the back of this disk. I'm not really sure if this came with the 128D or I just kind of had it from another 1571 I must have had around somewhere, but there's this disk. I don't really know what that does. Arkanoid 2 I have not tested. You get this cool envelope that the Arkanoid game came in. Got nice artwork and stuff. We have the 128 system guide and also the repair manual. I don't think that came with the device, but it has all sorts of ridiculously awesome schematics and all that. I think it was more for service departments. I tested these two cartridges. We got Frogger on cartridge and Congo Bongo. Neither one worked, but I'm going to include it anyway. Got some old Commodore, mostly catalogs, but I don't really have any need for them. I'm going to include with this as well. And additionally, one last thing, I do not have the ability to test this. This is a traditional 128 without the disk drive included. I have no accessory wires for it, and it has a custom power cable over here, and I don't have that power supply, but I'm going to throw this in the auction anyway to see if some Commodore enthusiasts can get some mileage out of it. I don't know if it works or not. Anyway, that concludes everything. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, this has been sold by Maxed Out Max in June and July of 2012. Thank you very much.